Alrighty then. We are live streaming. It says live streaming starting soon. And here we go.
Why not do it yourself?
What's going on, guys? Hey. All right. It says we have 50 people watching right now. All right. 100 people are tuning in. That's good. That's good news. Hope you guys are doing all right. Hope you had a good weekend, and I certainly did. I just got back from iCast on Friday. So much fun going to see all the new stuff coming out at iCast. All my buddies in the fishing industry. That was awesome. Got to hang out with other people that you know, John B, One Rod, One Reel, pretty much all the top YouTubers, Peric, Lunkers TV, everybody that you've been watching. So it's pretty fun. And before that, the week before, I actually went down a little bit early and I got to fish with Josh, Blacktip H, and Outlaw. So that was awesome. And we had a great time. Caught a lot of fish. We caught sharks. We caught bonitas. Caught a few snook. And then when I went to the iCast show. So my vlog from the iCast show will actually be going up tomorrow. So you can watch that. That should go up at 8 or 9 a.m. I can't remember. Fluke Master. Can't forget about Fluke Master too. We actually we had dinner with the MTB guys there at iCast as well. Man, it was awesome. I think I speak for all the YouTubers that were there at the show that it was amazing to see how many people inside the industry recognize us and are watching our videos. And man, I mean, it was really neat. It was humbling. It was humbling. I think we could all agree it was a really neat experience to see all of our fans there, plus the people inside the fishing industry that I've been working in for like 8 years, really recognize that fishing is cool on YouTube, right? So it's awesome. Let's get down to some business here. I didn't really talk about this, but I wanted to go through an MTB box just because I got it in, and I didn't have time to fish it last week, so I wanted to go through it. And we are also going to be giving away some Oakleys. I'm going to tell you how you can win the Oakleys here on the live stream, and then I'm going to answer questions. So just hold off on the questions for just a moment. We're going to get out our skizzers here. MTB Pro Box, this is for July, okay? Let's see what we got here. Okay. What is this, dude? Savage Gear. Okay. Savage Gear, rattle trap looking deal, but it's soft. The heck? A soft rattle trap? This is very interesting. Looks like sexy shad. I gotta feel this thing because this is weird. Wow. This is really interesting, guys. It's like a hard plastic, but no rattles. So this would be like a finesse situation. Clear water. This would probably be good. And this was the Savage Gear TPE Soft Vibes. Okay. Soft Vibes. Now, something else I saw from Savage Gear at iCast was a duck. They had a duck, a realistic looking duck. It was really pretty cool. So you'll probably see that in the coming weeks. a Cabin Creek. Interesting backstory. Hey, hey, honey. Yes, please. Awesome. Guys, I got to tell you something. Stephanie makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Look at these right here. Oh my gosh. Can you see that? Holy cow, that's amazing. And milk. Thank you, honey. You're awesome.
You're welcome.
Say hi to YouTube, I guess, because you're here.
Hello.
That's my wife, Stephanie. Everybody knows that. She makes the best cookies ever. So
they're pretty good. We'll enjoy.
Thank you. All right. Excuse me, I'm going to enjoy this cookie a little bit while I'm unpackaging. So Cabin Creek, I was walking outside at ICAST, and one of the guys from the Cabin Creek booth spills thousands of packages of worms out on the sidewalk. And I'd never heard of him until that moment. And I helped him pick them up off the sidewalk because I felt bad for him. So this is like a salty Saturn worm. I often use these for like Carolina rigs, or a little rib worm, zipper worm, a little curly tail. That'd be what I use it for most. The heck is this? We've got some toothpicks in here. A mango jig. Nickel Lures mango jig. Anybody ever heard of this? What are the toothpicks for? To like put a botter stopper in it? Handcrafted. Guys, I don't even know what to do with this thing. Obviously, it looks like a flipping jig. Yeah, I don't know. You pick your teeth with it. Am I the only one that doesn't know what the toothpicks are for? Very weird. Anyway, like the color, like the head shape, head design. That's for punching through stuff. It's not very heavy though. I don't know. Okay, here we got a serious top water right here. This is a head and chugger spook. Chug in spook. It's got a little opening in the front. I like that. I like that color. I usually don't pay attention to the top color of a top water, but that looks pretty good. This is for like deep water, bringing fish up in clear water. If you're over there in like some of those deep Georgia lakes that Fluke Master's familiar with, that'd be good. Oh, this looks good. This is a brush head jig. This is by Owner. It's like a little finesse jig type situation. Put a little grub or that zipper worm on there. When it gets hot in the summer and you're desperate for bites, you know, digging it around, some of that stuff. The head design is interesting. I like it. It looks pretty good. What else we got in here? Buddha baits. Buddha baits. Look at that. Look at that little guy. Fat little Buddha on there. So this is like a little bug that you would punch or flip around cover. It's kind of square, boxy looking. Tails look like they'd have some action though. It's very soft. So it's kind of like, it looks like a mix between a chigger craw and a beaver. Yeah. Be a good jig trailer as well. What else I got in here? Unfair. This isn't even legal to have this lure apparently because it's unfair. This is Unfair Lures. Looks like a little, it says topwater. Looks like a little jerkbait. It has little gills, little frilly gills in it. Okay. That'll be a good little schooler bait. I think these are expensive. I've seen these in stores before. Looks realistic, but it's not even fair. So hopefully it'll catch fish. I never win these, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see if I can win one of these on the. No, I'm not even gonna do that because I know I'm not gonna win. But let's get down to some other reviews here of the Oakleys. The reason I'm giving these away is because they're a little too flashy for me. I got these in and I was like, I can't pull this off. I'm not Casey Neistat. I'm not a wakeboarder. I'm not that guy that wears the white sunglasses out there. I'm just not. I kind of roll with more of the black style, the more sleek style. This is kind of for if you want to show off a little bit, maybe you're trying to attract the ladies. I don't need to do that, already got a good one. So I'm going to give these away. All you got to do to win these Oaks is just make a comment in one of my next week's videos, Monday through Friday, one of those videos, and I'm going to pick a random one. If you make an interesting comment, so maybe it jumps out at me, I laugh at it, or it's just like a good question or detail, I don't know. I'm not putting any stipulations on that, but I'm going to pick a good comment. And whoever wins, I'll contact you. Okay, we'll announce that winner as well, and you get to win these. So pay attention. Next week's videos. They've been worn for about 10 seconds, like you just saw me. They do come with an extra pair of lenses. Let's see what kind these are. So you got these real flashy polarized lenses, and then this looks like more of a, okay, this is more of a classic style lens right here. And you get a little cleaning cloth and the box and everything. So winner, winner, chicken dinner. Just tune in and comment. That's all you got to do. Pretty easy. So we've unboxed, we've looked at the Oakleys. Now it's time to get down to some questions. First one I see is, how was iCast? This iCast was really cool. I've been going to iCast for 8 years. This one in particular, I really enjoyed, probably more than the others, except for the first time I ever went. The first time you ever go to iCast is like the best one, I feel like. But this one was really neat because I probably talked to more fans than I ever have. I got to see all of my fishing YouTube buddies there, like we were just talking about. We hung out at the show. We went to dinners. We just had fun, talked to subscribers, and that just made it a lot more fun than the previous years. So I do work inside the industry, and I was working inside of a booth for most of the time, and I've done that for many years. But the first one I went to, where I was a college fishing ambassador, and this one were the best. So I didn't really see anything that just blew my mind bait wise. That duck I was talking about earlier from Savage Gear, that won for best hard lure, and some squid saltwater thing won for best soft plastic. So nothing really jumped out to me there. But the trolling motor is really cool. Trolling motor. If you watch my vlog tomorrow, you'll see the Ultrax trolling motor. You'll like that. What is my favorite rod brand? You know, I fished a number of rods over the last decade. I'd have to say that Dobbins and G Loomis are definitely my top two blanks that I've fished. Yeah, those are my faves. Best beginner baitcaster. Well, if you like Shimano, I like fishing Shimano reels, obviously, and I work for them, so I'm a little biased. But the new Kayak is really good. 79 bucks, and it's really easy to cast. It's got the same brick setup as some of the higher end reels, so it's really easy to cast. So if you're looking to get into it, $79.99, pretty good. Do I fish a 10XD? Not really, and I want to learn. I was talking to Keith Combs about this. We're talking about going to Toledo Bend in the fall and doing some 10XD cranking, because I said, hey man, you're the master, I'm not. You know, the most I ever throw is like a 6XD. I really don't throw deeper than that. So I need to get it dialed in. When am I coming to College Station? I live in College Station, guys. I'm here all the time. Do I fish lose? No, I don't. What are the cookies? Okay, so let me do a review of this cookie since I reviewed everything else here. Stephanie, here, come here. I need to know what's in this cookie. First of all, look how shiny it is. It has like a glaze on top, it almost looks like. That's like a buttery situation going on. What are these cookies? People want to know. Like what are they? I know they're chocolate chip, but what is?
They're chocolate chip cookies. They're called Thousand Island or Thousand Layer chocolate chip cookies. Literally, you make the dough and then you have to get like a bag of chocolate chips. You chop them all up and then you have 3 layers. You do like dough, chocolate chips, dough, chocolate chips, dough, and then you bake them.
Okay, so it's layers and layers and layers of chocolate with dusted chocolate, with chocolate chips and chunks. So I'm not sure it gets much better than that. Anything else? Any special thing you put in it?
Not
okay.
Really?
All right. How bad is Lake Bryan? I haven't been out there. It's been closed for a while. So sorry guys, I got distracted by the cookies. Do you use a Panasonic DSLR? Gosh, that question went by so fast. Yes, I do use a Panasonic DSLR. I use a GH4 and I love it. It's a great camera for the money. Why do you use Panasonic versus Canon? Okay. I was using Canon before. I like Canon. Canon is good, but the reason I went with the Panasonic was a few reasons. Panasonic has a better time-lapse mode. It has 4K, runs 4K really well. It's smaller and lighter, and I'm still able to run Canon lenses on it, so that's why I chose that. So I don't often upload in 4K. In fact, I never do, but I like to suppress 4K and use it that way. So that's the reason why I have the GH4 over my Canon, my old Canon. Have you ever fished at night? Heck yeah, I fished at night, and I'm planning a night fishing episode by the end of the month. I got some lights at a company send me some big ass lights. I'm gonna just light up the night, and I'm going night fishing. So looking forward to doing that. That's gonna be a fun little adventure. I'm working on rigging my light setup right now for my boat. Never fished in Indiana. Do I ever go catfishing? Only when I catch them on accident. I used to catfish a lot in high school though. I want to come to the California Delta. Yes, I do, for sure. Never fished Lake St. Clair. Got to get up to the Great Lakes. There's a lot of adventures I haven't been on, guys. I fished Canada a few weeks ago. That was really good, but I've only been on the Great Lakes one time, and that was in Sturgeon Bay. Kentucky lake lure, big purple worm. I can tell you, if you're not fishing a purple worm on Kentucky Lake, throwing the wrong color. Do you use fishing? What do you use fishing at night? Night fishing baits. Some of my favorite night fishing baits are, just think big, black, and loud. Okay, big black spinner bait with big Colorado blades works good. Black and blue chatter baits, plastics that have a lot of movement on them are really good, and dark colors so they silhouette in the water. That's what you need to do. Crankbaits are good too. What type of frogs do I use? I like to use Bobby's Perfect Frog. That's probably my favorite. Of course, I use a Spro. You got to keep your Spro in the mix. A new frog that just came out by Jackal, and I'm excited to try out, is the Gabacho frog, which is like a teardrop shape. It looks like it's going to walk really good. You can see that in my vlog tomorrow as well. Oh, what else we got? My personal best bass. Probably get asked that a lot. It's 11 and a quarter. So haven't quite cracked that ShareLunker weight yet. That's my like top fishing goal, is to catch a bass ShareLunker. What's your top 3 flukes? I mean, that's probably a Fluke Master question, but my top 3 flukes would have to be, if you're talking colors, definitely a white one, watermelon seed. Those are the top 2, and then if I had to choose one more, it'd be watermelon red or watermelon candy. Those are my top. What is my favorite Lake Fork Trophy Lures bait? Or Lake Fork lure. I'm not sure which one you meant there, but my favorite Lake Fork Trophy lure is probably the ring fry. I've caught a ton of fish on that. The other, if I was fishing Lake Fork, what's my favorite lure? Probably a black and blue jig. Got a lot of fish on that. Would you rather fish with friends or alone? That's a really good question. I'd much rather fish with friends. It's much more entertaining that way, I feel like. But do I fish alone a lot? Yes. And it's sad. That's just because scheduling doesn't line up all the time. So would you fish a swim bait that I make myself? I'm not a big swim bait guy, but I'm open to the swim bait game and trying new things. Yes. And if you want to send something to me, you can send it to my P.O. box. You can check it out on my channel. It's up there somewhere. Fishing with Stephanie. Yeah. Stephanie's, she'll go fishing, but it's got to be a nice day. It's got to be a sunny day that she can kind of read / suntan and then fish when I'm catching fish and she knows it's good. That's the kind of fisher gal she is. Best rod and reel combo for under $200. Man, that question gets thrown out there a lot. You know, I don't really look at combos a whole lot, quite honestly. I usually separate the two. But if you're trying to go under $200, I really like the Shimano Canon and Casitas. They're $100. And man, on the rod, I don't know, quite honestly. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that yet. I don't feel like there's a $100 rod that really sticks out to me. There's some really good $150 price point rods. Dobbin's Fury probably makes the best right now. How do you locate bass on a kayak without a fish finder? Man, I'd fish shallow. That's what I would do. You know, if you got shallow vegetation, do that. But if you're trying to fish off the bank and you don't have electronics, sometimes you can see fish jumping, like they'll come up and pop a shad off the bank, and you may think there's nothing out there, but there might be a brush pile or there might be a little point there that's coming out. That's one way. I've found fish doing that before with a fish finder and realized there's something down there. But if you don't have a fish finder, it's kind of tough. I would just drag a Carolina rig around or crank. Just start cranking until you hook into a few, and then turn around and slow down and fish it. Oh man, are you going to fish with Rob from Lunkers TV again? Of course I am. He's right here in Texas. So I actually have a real job, though. You got to keep in mind. I still have to go to work. So it's harder for me to go fish with everybody than, everybody else. So just keep that in mind. Yes, I am going to be fishing with one rod, one reel as well. Pretty much, I want to fish with everybody, guys. And we're talking about doing some trips in the fall. So that's the deal. In fact, I want to get everybody out, and you can comment and like on this, but I want to get everybody out here, do a Mondo collab in Texas. Like, go out to Toledo Bend. I've got a dealer that I work for kind of in East Texas. I want to go there to Tackle Addict, have them kind of set up a little home base, and then we go out and all fish together on either Toledo Bend, Sam Rayburn, or one of these big lakes, and just do a huge collab for a couple days. So that ought to be fun. Milk, but no cookies. You're right. I need to take a bite of this cookie. Oh my gosh. Best cookie I've ever had. What do I drive? I drive a Toyota Tundra. It's a good bass truck. What electronics do I have on my yak? I've got it's a Lowrance 5-inch. I can't even tell you what it is. I don't really keep track of Lowrances, and I don't keep track of like the model numbers and all that, quite honestly. I just saw it was a thing on sale and I bought it and it works. And I'm not particular on any fish finder really. I mean, I've used Humminbirds the most. I find that it's like using iPhone or Android, whatever is easiest for you to punch the buttons in. That's good. But as far as like finding fish, I think I can find, I don't want to sound cocky here, but I think I can find fish on any brand fish finder. Am I going to fish with John B? Yes, I'm sure I will eventually. I want to go up to the Great Lakes, fish for the brown fish with Mr. John B, fishing the Midwest. Oh my gosh, you guys are going so fast, man. Do I hunt? Good question. Yes, I do. I do hunt. Now, when I get the chance, I usually go fish instead of hunt, but I like to hunt in the fall, at least get some meat in the freezer, get that. Justin, listen to your podcast with JT and Rob, Lunkers TV, without revealing all the secrets. How do you, I missed that. I couldn't read it in time. Whoever just asked that question, ask it again. Just bought a Quantum. Is it a good reel? Hey, if you can reel it in and it brings the fish in, yeah, it's a good reel. Would I use a Quantum? The answer is no. There's two brands that I would use, and Quantum ain't one of them. Kilgore, Texas, baby. Rangerettes. What kayak do I have? I have the Hobie Pro Angler 12. It's good. Going YouTube full time. Interesting question. Man, that'd be great, wouldn't it? I don't see it being feasible at this point though. I've got a lot of things to pay for, and YouTube ain't getting it done. So therefore, I got to keep my day job. Kayak or a boat, man. I like fishing out of both, but there's something about that smell of two-stroke oil and just getting that motor and putting the hammer down. That's good stuff. I like doing that. Whoa. How did his channel blow up so fast? Someone's asking about Lunkers TV, I assume. Yeah, that was the podcast question. Because he fished with all of us. That's how his channel blew up so fast. He's very smart. Fished with all of us. So that's probably the fastest way to grow a channel, guys. Is to just reach out and fish with people. Yeah, that's the best way. I think that's, if you want to see like rapid growth on YouTube, go fish with other fishermen. It's a good way to grow. Where did I fish in Kentucky? I went up to New Johnsonville, fished down in that area for a couple of days. It was good. I liked it. Worms or crankbait? Quick. Worms. How was Outlaw? Is everybody subscribed to Outlaw? Make sure you go subscribe to Outlaw. That kid is hilarious. And you know, he puts on a good show. He's really funny, but he's actually a great guy and a really smart guy too. I enjoyed hanging out with him. He was a good dude. Good starting camera and mic. Man, it depends on where you want to take it. There's a lot of good point and shoots out there. If you want to go the DSLR route, the Canon 80D is really good. And you know, you can get a Rode mic for like $100, 50 to $100. It's pretty good. You know, if you're trying to keep it under $1,000, and a GoPro shoots pretty good. You know, there's a lot of little POV cameras you can put mics in. You know, I fish with my GoPro Chesty Cam quite a bit, and it's got a $15 mic I got off Amazon. So that's a good little combo as well. AM Outdoors, what's up, dude? Best spot to fish in my neighborhood. Man, I don't know where you live. Tennessee versus Tamu. Dude, I got to root for Tamu, man. Even though I grew up in the South. I've been an SEC kid my whole life. But now A&M's in it. Got to root for my home squad, man. Dude, Lewis Barrett fishing, just quit spamming, bro. It's getting annoying. Will I come to Okeechobee? Yes, I will. In fact, I've been wanting to fish there every time I go down and fish with Josh, the blacktip hunter, because they're so close. They're so close together. That's amazing that you can catch bass and sharks within a couple hours of each other. Pretty awesome. Table Rock Lake's my favorite lake. I will come to Michigan. Yes. Summertime baits. That's a good question. What do you throw in the summertime? I'll probably do a video on this, but top summertime baits, I've got to be crankbaits of all sorts. You know, medium diving, square bill, deep diving, top waters, little pop-Rs, spooks, and shaky heads. Shaky heads are really good. Basket pressured throughout the spawn and the post spawn, and it seems like they like those thinner worms when you get into summer. Drop shot's really good too, and a weightless wacky rig's always going to catch them. What do I prefer, ledge fishing or shallow water fishing? Dang. Probably ledge fishing. I like getting on offshore fish that I can just keep casting to in one spot and really yank on them. I think I just feel more accomplished that way. Like I found them and, you know, throw out and catch them. That feels really good. If you missed the Shades giveaway, okay, we're giving away the Oakleys. All you got to do is leave a comment on one of my videos next week. I'm going to pick a random winner. So that's all you got to do. So we'll announce the winner next week, probably on my next vlog or live stream next weekend. I haven't decided yet, but I'll let you know. Follow the socials. Follow my Snapchat. If you missed the Snapchats through iCast, that was a lot. And Instagram and Twitter and all that, and Facebook. Why no tournaments anymore? I get that question a lot. Why don't you fish tournaments anymore, man? Well, I am fishing a tournament in the fall on Sam Rayburn. But the reason I don't fish any big tournament series anymore is because I have to work. And to fish those big tournament series, you have to take off like 5 days at a time. And what I used to do was be a fishing guide. And so I could make my own schedule. It's very easy. So now I have a real job. I only have so much vacation time, and I don't have enough time to go fish tournaments through a whole series. So if I can't fish a whole series, make it to the championship, I don't want to cherry pick it. I want to make it to the big game at the end of the year. So that's why I don't. Will I fish some team tournament stuff, some small stuff? Yeah. For fun? Yes. But I love fishing, and I love making fishing videos for you guys, and I get a thrill out of that. So that's kind of like replaced my tournament fishing in some ways. Being able to try to capture the big fish on camera, I love that. So that's really why. And I work as a sales rep in the outdoor fishing industry. That's what I do. I also sell hunting stuff, but yeah, I work as a sales rep. So real jobs, real world jobs here. The clown nightfish, has still not happened yet. What's a good reel for under $100? I would spend the extra 20 and get the Shimano Casitas. It's $119.99, but the new Kayak is really good for $80. Really good for $80. So might want to try that one. Boat brands, man, I'm hearing a lot about this Phoenix in Texas. I've been in a few Phoenix boats. They're rock solid. I like them. I've been in Skeeters. I used to run a Skeeter. I've got a Legend currently. I've been in a ton of Rangers. Man, I don't know. I haven't really found one that I'm like, that's an unbelievable ride for a great price. I cannot believe how much bass boats are these days. 70, 80 grand. It's mind blowing. But, if I had to pick one right now, I might go with that Phoenix, quite honestly. It's a rock solid boat that's fast and it looks good. And Gary Klaus, the designer, the owner, he's a really good angler. He's a good guy. I like him, so that'd probably be it. I like Skeeters too. Skeeters are made in Kilgore, Texas, baby. So hard to beat that too. Good rod for flipping jigs. Man, I like to flip some jigs. I really do. 854, G Loomis 854, IMX, GLX, NRX, doesn't matter. That's my favorite action for jigs. Getting some repetitive questions now. I'm going to eat a bite of this cookie until I see a new question. Winston? You guys want to see Winston? Winston? Come here. Babe, where's Winston? Oh, is he sleeping? Oh. Come here, old boy. Come here, old boy. Come here. You're wanted. Come here. Come here. I know you're confused. You're like, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, here's Winnie Pooh. He was sleeping, so he's a little drowsy. Can't eat my cookie. Did Andrew flip John B. S. jig? I'm not sure. Good baits for urban good baits for urban lakes. Man, that's a rhyme. I used to fish a lot of urban lakes growing up. Cincos are really good. You know, wacky rig or stick bait style, that works really good. Just little worms and things like that. Crankbaits usually get hung up in a lot of like sticks and trash and stuff that's down there, but spinner baits are also really, really good. What is Winston? Winston's he's a white little gummy bear is what he is. No, he's a French bulldog, but he kind of looks more like just a regular bulldog. I don't know. He's a rescue. Yeah, what's the best rod for $200? That's like the hot price point, I guess. Man, I love that Zodius. I really do. I fish a lot of those Zodius rods from Shimano. It's really light, and the actions are kind of general, which I like. Yeah, I fish those a lot. Those are good. If those were like $150, it'd be amazing. They're still a little pricey, but when will JT Larkin be in a video? JT Larkin is my podcast partner and longtime friend. We used to sing songs in college together and play guitar and go out and night fish and have a good time. And so we're going to relive some of those memories. We're going up to one of our old lakes we used to go to the first time I ever met him on Lake Texoma, and we're going to do some night fishing. Yeah, it's coming up soon. What's the best bass motor? I guess you're talking about an outboard. I've always ran Yamahas, and they've always worked for me. Actually, I had one Mercury one time, and it was pretty good. But from my experience, Yamaha is not the fastest on the block, but it just starts every time. So that's why I've run them, and I'm not sponsored by them. So take it for what you will. Do a dab. Winston, can you do a dab right now? Your arms are so small, I'm not sure if you can. Yeah. Yeah, there's a little Frenchy dab right there. Favorite G. Loomis rod, Shimano reel. Wow. Well, NRX, actually the new GLX that just launched at iCast is freaking amazing. It feels like an NRX, but it's cheaper. And my favorite reel is the Metanium, the new Metanium. You know, I heard a lot of comments about like, wow, it's $400 and whatever, but I realize that's not the everyday fishing reel, and I'm not going to have a boat full of them. I'm going to have a couple, but they're amazing. They're the best reel I've ever used. So that's why I'm fishing. When Aaron Martin's has like 15 of them, you know they're good. Do I like 13 fishing reels? Yeah, they're all right. I got one here in my office right now. But the 13 Fishing is a big marketing company, not an engineering company. There's only two true low-profile real engineering companies in this industry, and it's Shimano and Daiwa. That's it. They engineer their own reels. Everybody else is a marketing company. Ever been to Wisconsin? Yes. Yes, I have. I fished around the university there. I caught a really old bass, I was told. I caught like a 4.5 pounder. They said it was like 15 years old. I was out of one of those old glacial lakes near University of Wisconsin campus. Do I like my MTB this month that I got? Yeah, I unboxed it. We did an unboxing here. It's pretty good. I really like the top water. I like those jig heads. The jig heads are sweet. This little deal right here is weird to me, but I'm gonna try it for sure. You like that, Winston? Yeah, don't eat it. That looks pretty good. I've never seen a soft. Okay, you ready to go? Say bye. Winston's out. He's getting restless. Shout out Hooked Up TV. Are you sponsored by Shimano? No, I am not. I'm not sponsored by Shimano. I do some work for Shimano. I sell some fishing reels for Shimano, but I'm not sponsored by them. And I worked the Shimano booth for a few days at iCast. And if you want to check out all the other stuff, oh my gosh, Winston just farted. It's terrible. If you want to check out all the other stuff at iCast, go watch the vlog tomorrow. If you just tuned in, that's what's going down. Would I recommend Shimano Compre rods? I've got a few of them. I got one of their top water rods I really like, actually. It's heavy, but since it's a tip down fishing rod, I don't really mind it. But they're tough, and I like the actions on them. But then the airline broke it. Southwest Airlines broke all my rods on my way up to Canada. So that was one of them that broke. Spro Rat. Just started fishing that. Just fished it for the first time the other day. I hadn't caught a fish on it yet, but it looks awesome. One of my buddies texted me a picture of a 9-pounder he caught on it. I went and bought one the next day. I want to catch a big bass on the Spro Rat and this new duck, the Savage Gear duck. If you haven't seen that, Google it. It's pretty cool. Is the Corrado worth the money? Josh, is that Corrado worth the money? There's probably a number of deals online. You can find that Corrado right now. But to me, the Corrado is really good because it has an aluminum frame. It has the Hagani cold forged aluminum gears. It has the updated braking system, and it's solid. I think I've had 3 of them that I really like. I've used them for about 3 years now. Yeah, I think it came out 3 years ago, and I've had no problems. So it's great, and I like the new 70 a lot. The new Corrado 70 is really good. So do adapt. There we go. Good bait for rivers. Man, depends on if there's current or not. If you're fishing a small river, I like to throw spinner baits a lot in river systems. Spinner baits and square bills and river systems seem to work really good. Justin, when is the point someone reaches where you can ask about being an ambassador or pro staff? I didn't quite get the end of that. Do I have any sponsors? I've got a couple of sponsors. I mean, MTB, they help out the channel. Carhartt helps out the channel. And Stephanie, my wife, she's the biggest sponsor I have. So she's number one. She should be like all across the chest. Are you getting a new boat? Yeah, I am. Whenever. Look at that. Look at that biggest sponsor right there. See, the biggest sponsor just gives me kisses. No, actually, guys, I don't know if I'm gonna get a new boat. Have you seen the price tags on new boats? My gosh, they're expensive. So if I can get a decent deal on one, I'll get one. But you know, I'm not a rock star. I don't make insane amounts of money where I can just go buy a new boat. I'm like most of you. I gotta work hard, earn my money, and save up for it. And right now, I don't have enough. So I'd like to have a new boat. I'd like to get something a little bit smaller, actually, because my original boat I used for guiding and tournament fishing. I was taking out a lot of people, and it was big. And I really don't need all that boat now. 20 foot with a 250 Yamaha. So I'd like to downsize just a little bit, but Nothing in the works right now, guys. I'd like to, though. I would like to. Boat companies, if you're out there, hook LFG up. Help me out. That's all I can say. What about them dogs? I was born in South Georgia. I know about them dogs, but that's about all I know right now. Man, getting a lot of Okies up in here. Sounds like asking about Oklahoma. Yeah, I'm fishing Lake Texoma at the end of the week or the end of the month, so I will be coming up there. Explain my profile picture. I don't know which profile picture. Oh, this one. Yeah, the big bass. That's my PB right there. That's an 11 pounder. Caught it on a jig in March on the famous Lake Fork. What else we got? What did I think about Outlaw? I already answered that question, but he was a good dude. Really good dude. Is there smallmouth on Toledo Bend? Not that I know of. Man, I missed that question again. There was one. All right, people are starting to tune out. I think they're getting bored, so we gotta shut this down. Okay. I will remind you one more time, if you're late getting in here, the Oakleys will be given away next week. Make a comment on one of my videos. I usually put out a couple of weeks, so tune in, make a comment. I'm going to pick a random one, and you can be the lucky winner. I'll contact you. We'll announce the winner, and everyone will they'll applaud you for your awesome commenting. All right, guys. I'm going to sign off. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. If you like the live streams, let me know. It's pretty fun to do. Just being raw and kind of uncut. I like doing that. So again, make sure you tune in tomorrow for the iCast vlog, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you later.